So all the exports from India, and India is not dumping any rice in the US market, where, however, and the demand remains robust and resilient. We have seen that before the tariff situation, the Indian tariffs stood at 10% for any rice exported to the US. This was later on increased to 50%. Even though there was a steep increase of 40% in the tariff rates, we have seen that the Indian exports have not fallen. This is primarily because of the reason that Indian rice has to be consumed by people who need it. It is not a favor which the US consumer is doing on India, but it is the requirement of the US market. We have seen that the prices in the domestic market in the US have consistently increased. Because of this tariff hike, earlier a 10-pound bag, which is the most popular packaging in the US market, was being sold for approximately 13 USD for per bag. After the tariff situation, this has increased to about $18 to $19 per bag. This means that while largely the realization for Indian farmers and Indian exporters have remained consistent, however, all the tariff hike has been borne by the US consumer, who has borne the brunt of this tariff increase, which has resulted in domestic food inflation in the US market. India remains poised to increase its trade to different markets, even though the US is a large market for India. However, Indian rice exports are well diversified across the world. The Indian Rice Exporters Federation is working closely with different stakeholders, including the government, to expand India's reach into newer markets. Recently, we have identified Philippines as a very big potential market for further rice exports. Today, we only hold a 4% market share in the Philippines market. The Philippine market is a 10 times larger market than the US market put together. So any steep increase or any further increase in US tariffs will be detrimental to the US consumer itself and will have minimal impact on Indian trade.